Today is Red Dress Day. It's a national day of awareness for missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. This year, the federal government is under pressure to make good on a promise to implement a new emergency alert system. A small group of people gathered outside the office of Minister of Public Safety, Marco Mendicino. They want the commitment to introduce a red dress alert system. It would send emergency notifications to the public when an Indigenous woman, girl, or two-spirit person goes missing. Supporters point to the current Amber Alert as an example of how it could work. That comes at the same time as commemorative events are happening across the country. The CBC's Cameron McIntosh has the details.
Here at Portage and Main in downtown Winnipeg, traffic stopped for a while as dozens and dozens of demonstrators, many of them clad in red, gathered in the middle of the intersection to mark Red Dress Day in memory of the many, many Indigenous women and girls who have gone murdered and missing, not just here in Winnipeg or Manitoba, but across the country. In fact, according to Stats Canada, Indigenous women and girls are 12 times more likely to be murdered in this country than non-Indigenous women and girls. For here in Winnipeg and across Manitoba, it has been a galvanizing issue in Indigenous communities. In fact, this demonstration comes at the same time that many Indigenous communities across the country are calling on the federal government to implement a national state of emergency, which would prompt the government to offer more supports to counter issues like addictions, homelessness, and domestic violence. All contributing factors. In fact, earlier this week in the House of Commons, a motion was passed unanimously to have the federal government do that. So far, the federal government has not, saying that it takes the issue seriously. However, for these people gathered here and in many other demonstrations like it across the country, not seriously enough and not fast enough. Cameron McIntosh, CBC News, Winnipeg.